So Punjab has put the final nail in the coffin on CSK season. The final wall standing at the Fortress Chepauk has been bulldozed over by Punjab Kings, and this is the end of road for Chennai for this season. But Punjab helped their cause and go into the top four as they look to finish off for the playoffs. It's all happening at IPL. It's everything is starting to unfold. CSK is officially out of the race, out of the tournament. They still have one home game left, but irrespective, they are out. But before we get into the details, we are joined by Shaumik Chakraborty, Atreyo, and Bharat Ramraj. It has been a very disappointing season for Chennai Super Kings, and that's the way they have gone out today as well. They did put up a fight with the bat in the middle overs, with the ball in the final few overs. They did try to salvage upon somewhere. They thought that they could salvage something out of this game, and Punjab was almost going to squander this, but they have managed to secure that win, and it has been done and dusted here at Chepauk. Shamik sir, I'll start with you. You being a you being a Chennai supporter somewhere, how does it feel that Chennai has done? I mean, they are out of the tournament. They had a disappointing run, to be fair. Your thoughts on their season and this game in particular?
Um, the thing is that, Naman, with the advantage of hindsight, uh, nobody sort of expected that CSK season would unravel so spectacularly. But again, with the advantage of hindsight, they bunked it big time at the auction. I mean, they picked players who are completely washed at this level. Number one, and number two, on the field, they they were playing a brand of T20 cricket that has become completely passive. So all combined, and there was no energy left. Even if you look at today's game, they were 180 for 5 after 18 overs, and they bowled out for 190 and 19.2 overs, I guess. So from that point of view, another 20 runs, and they probably would have won this game. Even in the field, um, in the boundary line, there was an opportunity. Shivam Dubey sort of ambled at Patirana dropped a sitter. So, I mean, there are a lot of players in that team who are not fit to wear the shirt. That is simple as that. They will have to they will have to undo everything. They will have to start afresh next season. They will have to they will have to offload a lot of players. But I mean, the thing is that points table or stats, they don't lie. They haven't played good cricket. Now see, look at Sam Curran. Sam Curran played the first two games and then waited for almost a month to get his third game. And then he played this game and scored that and played that fantastic knock. He bowled well also. CSK at its earlier vintage were known for its stability, but this is I don't know why. I mean, uh, circa 2025, you are playing Deepak Huda, Rahul Tripathi. Whoever, the joke is on them. The joke is on them. So all said and done, Ravichandran Ashwin, uh, you are you are taking Ravichandran Ashwin for 10 crore at the auction. Now, obviously, when they picked Ravichandran Ashwin, we all thought that Ashwin, Jadeja, and Noor Ahmed would form a deadly spin bowling trio, especially at Chepak. But there is a reason why Indian team decided to decided to roll over Ashwin. So it was evident, sort of. Nothing more to say. The season is done and dusted. And Naman, you always ask me to draw a football analogy. This is this is, I mean, absolutely Manchester United of the current season. They are the cricketing equivalent of Manchester United this season.
At least they are still doing something in the European competition. Chennai, though,
That
is
team,
done and
that team
dusted.
pot cup. Yeah, that team pot cup.
Coming to Bharat sir, we spoke about this in the pre-match. You have written an article on this person today. Yuzvendra Chahal came up and showed. what he can do best. Not only did he just take 4 wickets and wrap up Chennai Super Kings innings at the end, he also got a hat trick. Your thoughts on him? What I mean, as per your article, how did it go?
Yeah, still he doesn't bowl the googly. That is for him to decide. He's keeping it to leg spinner and that Skidder, the one that goes straight on. I think Skidder did a little bit of trick for him in that hat trick that I saw. That is one thing that he used well. Fair play to him. He just backed his strengths. That I will use the leg break. Will use the Skidder. Yes, it works versus the right-handers. But my point was more against what would happen when he bowls to the left-handers because the batters that he got out, that he dismissed, Kamboj, Deepak Huda, obviously Deepak Huda, is completely out of form, or for the matter, MS Dhoni, all are right-handers. So it worked well for him against right-handers with those tossed up deliveries with those skidders. And see, he's very experienced, so definitely he would have that kind of belief even if he's going for runs, because before that particular over he went for a lot of runs. In the first 2 overs he went for a lot of runs, but he backed himself and got all those wickets. But that was definitely the turning point of the match, because CSK were 172 for 4 after 17.4 overs, with Sam Curran going all guns blazing. After a long time I'm seeing him bat like this. Almost seemed like he's more of a tail ender for a while in the last couple of seasons. Though he did well, to his credit, yes, he did well in the IL T20, but other than that, I've rarely seen him bat well in the last couple of seasons. So when he was going all guns blazing at 172 for 4, it seemed like they could have scored 210, and that might have still made this match interesting. So fair play to Chahal uh, for sticking to his leggies, for sticking to his skidders. But I will still say that, especially when he comes up against left-hander, that he needs to use more of the googly, because till now I've only seen him bowl one googly against a left-hander in his entire IPL. For a player of his class, for a player of his experience, you expect a little more.
Okay, so that is what Bharat sir, I mean, expects of Yuzvendra Chahal. We all expect the better of him as well. Atriya sir, coming to you, we also spoke about one person in detail in the pre-match, and that is Shreyas Iyer, and he came out and showed what he can do best for his team. Scored a fantastic 70 plus score, 76 if I'm not wrong. Got out in the end, not exactly the way he would have wanted to end his innings, but what a fantastic knock he has played today. Your thoughts and how crucial it came out for Punjab?
I think Shreya Shire has been. Am I audible?
Yes, you're
I
audible.
think
Yes.
Shreya Iyer has been the best middle order bat in this IPL so far this year, because you see the runs he makes. I mean, today he scored 70 odd, and team didn't finish 15 runs short of the target. When he makes those runs, the team wins. If you look at his the substantial scores that he has put in this season so far, you will see that most of them have resulted in his team's wins. So I mean, that is the kind of impact he makes when he gets going. I mean, he's not just any other batsman. He finishes things off, and he's been on song in this in the white ball formats in these conditions for some time, and we can see him at I mean, full bloom. I mean, a lot of things happened in the last couple of years and all that. He has put everything behind and turned a new leaf, sort of, and we can see a new Shreyas Iyer over the last few years. Over the last 18 months, what we see is a new Shreyas Iyer, I think, uh, and he is making a big impact in this IPL. And the thing about him is that he doesn't give the opposition, the bowlers, a chance when he gets going. There is something Kohli-like in him. I mean, Kohli. I'm just taking a name. The batters who dominate, who do not give the opposition a chance when they get going. There is something about something like that in him, and he is a very good player of spin, as we all know. And now, mentally, seniority-wise, he's the captain. Uh, he has been the captain. He has been an IPL captain for a long time, and he is in that zone now that he knows where to, what to do, how much exactly to do. I mean, a lot of times people overdo, players overdo when there is a push of adrenaline and this big stage and the crowd and all the noise and all that. Sometimes it's becomes difficult to control that rush of blood. He has managed. He has reached a zone where he can cut out those noise and just go about his job. And I think we'll see more of him in this IPL.
Definitely, we are going to see a lot more of him. The way he has captained his side into the top two at the moment, he has been fantastic for his team, captaincy wise, and today with the bat as well. But coming back to Shomik sir, there's one big news that, I mean, not big news, but big thing that happened with MS Dhoni was that when Danny Morrison asked him that. Well, it was, I guess, Danny Morrison, but irrespective, he was asked whether this is going to be last IPL season, and he laughingly said that he doesn't even know if he's going to come out for the next game. Shamik sir, your thoughts? Is this the last of MS Dhoni that we are seeing?
See, we are tired of speculating whether this is going to be his last IPL or not. But before coming to Dhoni, I would like to say something about Yuzi Chahal and his hat trick. This is the this is the this was the easiest hat trick of his career. He was served that hat trick on a silver platter. Now, see, Shivam Dubey was left stranded. He is one of the better players against spin, and he was left stranded at the other end. And Deepak Huda, Anshul Kamboj, Noor Ahmed, all they had to do is to put bat to ball and run, just to take a single and give give the strike to Shivam Dubey. That common sense cricket was missing. Even that common sense was missing from this CSK setup. That is why I'm saying a lot of players in this team are not fit to the chat. Coming back to Dhoni, Dhoni told Danny Morrison, "I don't know about what happened next season, but I'm definitely coming back for the next game." So he is good at uh, he is good at keeping those suspense. At the end of the day, I am hearing there could be there could be an announcement um, after CSK's next home game, but there is absolutely no confirmation. Absolutely, Dhoni has a mind of his own. You never know. Maybe a tweet would land. A tweet would land sometime in September saying, "मैं पल दो पल का शायर हूँ." So that can happen. So, but the fact of the matter is that there is it's an exercise in futility. Uh, whether he would be whether this should be his last season, Dhoni shouldn't play. Simple as that. Dhoni shouldn't play because uh, beyond a couple of nasty blows and and his brain, I think as and he himself, very interesting that at the post-match presentation, he himself spoke about the future. I just for our readers, I just read out his quote. He he basically singled out Dewald Brevis and said that he brings energy in the field too. We needed that fresh air, someone not caught up in the spiral. He can be an asset going forward. So clearly, Dhoni has spoken about the future. And if you look at the change in philosophy or the change in approach as far as the CSK is concerned, they have brought in players like Ayush Mhatre, a youngster, a kid. Um, there is Rashid, that opener is there. They have brought in Dewald Brevis, so they are now focusing on younger players. So I think going ahead from the next season onwards, that could be their focus. Anshul Kamboj is there, who is also a sort of youngster in the sense. So I think going ahead, that should be their focus. I hope they have learned the lessons. See, one bad season or two doesn't make a, any difference to CSK. They have won a lot. They have won five IPL. They have five IPL titles in their bag. So from that point of view, they are they are a very strong franchise in the sense of taking a couple of bad seasons in their stride, and they will do that. And I have been in touch with the CSK management, and they are absolutely not panicking or sort of um, what I would say. They are not sort of throwing tantrums or doing something. Uh, they have accepted that they haven't played cricket, and if you don't play good cricket, you will not win. That is a clear admission from their hierarchy, and they are willing to learn from their mistakes. So next season, this season is gone. Next season, there is always a next season. Unless you are a Manchester United, there is always a next season.
There is always a next season, but coming to
Unless you are,
Bharat,
unless you are not unless you are not Manchester United.
I mean, yeah, we cannot say much on that, but sir, good point that even though they are losing right now, they have already started to rejig their squad. They have started to inculcate the younger generation into their squad, and like Shamik sir pointed out that Dhoni highlighted the importance of Brevis, his how he brought what kind of energy he has brought into the franchisee and the way in the dressing room and the way he has motivated the other players to perform as well. My question to you is, how do you see today's performance in respect to the youngsters? And second, being, is this the end of a few senior players in this Chennai side? Like a lot of players might be going out. What do you think about that?
Yeah, to some extent, I think we discussed already about it in that pre-match show. That see, if you have to always inject youngsters, especially when you're losing, especially when it seems like some of your senior players are coming to the end of their respective careers. Then it's better to inject some young blood, and that's what they have basically done. At least at this point of time, they have done that because someone like Shaikh Rashid has been on the benches for 3 seasons, and it took them 3 seasons to get him in. Even someone like Andre Siddharth, or for the matter, Andre Siddharth, all these guys, even he has not got a chance so far. So they should get these youngsters in, even Vansh Bedi into the equation. Because see, whatever has happened in the, but the kind of players they have picked, Rahul Tripathis of the world, Deepak Hudas of the world, it was not going to work for them. But they kept giving them chances. Even today, I see Deepak Huda was there in that particular lineup. So it's time for CSK to move forward, get even Vansh Bedi in, not just Matres and Brevises of the world, even Vansh Bedis of the world, Andre Siddharths of the world, try to build a new side. Yes, there is another auction coming, next auction coming up, mini auction in that. Perhaps we'll try to get a few more players, try to rejig the squad and all that. But CSK have to change their strategy a little bit, because even when Hunger Gaker was around, yes, he has a problem with a no ball. We know that, and he has been on a kind of downward slope since performing well in the Under-19 World Cup. But still, he rarely got a chance there. Uh, even with Anshul Kamboj, it took them time to get Anshul Kamboj into the equation or into the side. So it's for CSK to change the strategy a little bit, and also perhaps to change the strategy when it comes to batting at the top of the order, because every track won't be like this. There would be enough tracks where maybe even the score of 220 can be chased down. Like if you go to the Wankhede, uh, yes, RCB has not played like that this season, but still there could be a couple of venues like Hyderabad or Wankhede where 220 can be chased down. So they need to rejig that template, need to rejig that strategy in terms of getting youngsters in, and look at the next auction, and try to maybe tinker their setup a little bit.
No, everything will be focused in their camp towards the future. But Atres, sir, coming to you, there were two players, two youngsters. I mean, the Chennai side youngsters didn't work out well, two young openers, but Punjab's youngsters, young openers, worked out very well, and they have been working out pretty well. Prab Simran and Priyansh Arya, two uncapped players, they performed brilliantly well today as well. Prab Simran scoring a 50 plus score, uh, Priyansh Arya scoring a 20-25 plus score. It was something that Punjab could build upon. Your thoughts on these two uncapped players?
And one of those uncapped players, Prabshimran, is one of the two players that Punjab retained. They retained only two players, both uncapped, and Prabh Shimran was one of them. So that shows that what kind of faith they have in him. And Prabh Shimran, he has been playing in the IPL for a while. He's not a newcomer, and this is possibly the first season. I think Bharat was mentioning this in the pre-match discussion, that this is possibly the first season that he's showing some sort of consistency. I mean, he was a belter of a ball. He could send it a long way and score at a fast clip early on. This was known, but that he could do this 4 out of 10 times, 5 out of 10 times was not seen before this. So I think it's not only him, because I think the team management also have must have had some inputs in this, that they have given them the freedom, given them the license, given them the confidence that okay, you go and do your job. We are backing you. And I think something similar Arya had to say after he first came to the limelight earlier in the season. He said that Shreyas Iyer had told him that you'll play 14 games. That was his quote. I mean, one of his quote after one of the matches. So that is the kind of faith this team management has shown in these two openers, and a left-right combination, and they have no fear. They don't they are not afraid of anybody. Looks like sharpshooters. I mean, going out there and just bang bang. Some kind of a cowboy kind of an attitude. So it's thrilling to watch. It's absolutely thrilling to watch. But I mean, other than the thrill, I mean, let me come back to that. This thrill has happened because a lot of concerted thought has gone behind this. They identified these two as a pair. That okay, Prab Shimran and Arya are going to be our openers, and we give them the. Normally, what you see is that one of them take the role of the aggressor and the other one rotate strike. Although that template has been broken by Abhishek Sharma and Travis Head and many other players. I mean, Phil Salt and Sunil Narine last year. Many more times that has happened. But and these two are doing it this year. I mean, every year we see one new opening pair. Almost every year we see at least one opening pair shining. And today, I mean, this year it's their turn. And exciting batters, full of confidence. I mean, the confidence they have. I mean, in them that they have, which they had. Some another cylinder of confidence has been added to them has been provided to them by the team management. That is very important. So I think that has played a very big part in the success of this Punjab team so far this season.
Yes, they have been very vital for Punjab. They have been smashing at a swashbuckling rate, and but just wanted to put out a stat about CSK. This is the most number of defeats they have suffered at their home ground, M. Chidambaram
Right.
Stadium. 5. This is the most they have ever had in their IPL campaign of 18 seasons. Oh, sorry, 2 seasons where they were out. 4 was the maximum they have lost in 2008. But Shamik sir, we know what is the future of Chennai here in this campaign in this season. We already know it's done and dusted. But Punjab now have spiced things up by winning this up. There are 5 to 6 teams that are still fighting in this. Mumbai, Punjab, Delhi Capitals, and Kolkata Knight Riders. Somewhat, I am not sure if they can make it, but they have won it against Delhi. Then there's RCB as well and LSG as well. So, how do you see this race panning out now with the Punjab winning and DC slipping up?
It is uh, it is going to be very tight in the sense. See, I think the race will be very very tight for the fourth spot because Mumbai Indians will be there, RCB are all but there. I expect
Gujarat Titans as well.
Gujarat Titans, and for that fourth spot, I think that would be the race would be very very tight. Fourth spot would be you keep an eye on the fourth spot. Punjab Kings have been playing excellent cricket since the start of the IPL. I have been maintaining this. The Shreya Iyer is the best captain in this IPL.
Did we lose him?
About a fortnight ago or so, maybe 20 days ago. when Rituraj was still the captain, I said I would be very surprised if Chennai Super Kings win another game in this IPL because I mean the way they started and where things were going, it gave that sinking feeling. So from that point of view, Punjab Super Kings, they are a side reborn under Shreyas Iyer and Ricky Ponting. Obviously, the two have gelled very, very well. And Shreyas is leading from the front. It's not only his captaincy, he's contributing as a batsman also. But I, as far as Chennai Super Kings are concerned, see, Chennai Super Kings are a very close-knit unit. If you look at this support staff even, Stephen Fleming since 2008, Michael Hussey, Eric Simmons, they have, it's like a family. But maybe time has come to change. There is no point. I mean, there would be a dilemma whether to stick or twist. But every coach has a shelf life. I think it is time for Stephen Fleming to go and hand over the reins to someone younger. Even if you look at the greatest of coaches, I mean, this coach concept in cricket is relatively new. The concept of a coach and a coach guiding a side, it was about, it came from football itself. And if you look at football, even the greatest of coaches, uh, they all of them had a shelf life. Be it Brian Clough, be it Arsene Wenger, be it more recently Jurgen Klopp, everyone had a shelf life. So I think Stephen Fleming, it is time for him to say goodbye. He has contributed immensely to the growth of this franchise. He has always been the sounding board for MS Dhoni. It was not only MS Dhoni, it was the combination of Stephen Fleming and MS Dhoni. So, but now they should look for someone who is younger and who understands the modern needs of T20 cricket.
Whether Stephen Fleming will leave, whether MS Dhoni will leave, whether we are seeing the last of these legends, that is what we will know in the future.
And
But for
one more thing, Naman. I can confirm it will not be a sacking. Even if Stephen Fleming leaves,
he'll drop himself.
it will not be a sacking. It will be very dignified by mutual consent.
Hopefully, it goes that way. He has given a lot to the CSK franchisee, and he deserved nothing but a very good farewell. But before we go any further, we'll take a few comments that have been pouring in. Uh, Tanmay Saha says, on what basis can anyone drop Nathan Ellis like a world class bowler for just a bowler who can bowl like Lasith Malinga? Bharat sir, you want to take it?
Yeah, it's an interesting question. If you look at how Patrina has been bowling in the recent past, even in the South Africa T20, even in South Africa in the T20 league, he was giving away a lot of runs. So his mechanics, I think his bowling mechanics are, what can you say, aren't in good shape. As you know, it's a kind of action where everything has to come out right for him to bowl with control. It's coming somewhere from behind his back, then somewhere it is near his ear, and then it ends up somewhere else. So everything has to go right for him to get his control right. Otherwise, it would lead to a lot of wides. It's even an extreme version, even compared to Lasith Malinga, I feel his bowling mechanics are at an extreme version. So I can understand what he's saying because Nathan Ellis in T20 cricket has been bowling reasonably well over a period of time. He doesn't do much. He just concentrates on his strengths, that is to hit the pitch hard. Sometimes he gets a little bit of what can I say, kick. Yeah, he's not exactly hit the deck bowler, but skiddy, but gets a little bit of kick. He bowls a lot of cross seam. Sometimes he also bowls cutters. So he just sticks to his strengths, and he's been bowling reasonably well. So they could have tried by now Nathan Ellis in a game or two. I understand if they not started with Nathan Ellis in the first few games, but by now he should have bowled in. He should have played in a few games for CSK because he's someone who just sticks to his strengths, and that really works well for him.
That is the explanation from the finest. Atreyo sir, going to you. Sanjeet Bardhan says, is this the weakest CSK unit ever?
it's tempting to say yes, because there is no comparison. I mean, this CSK and the CSK that we have seen, even in hard times. But we have discussed at length that what caused this and what lies ahead, what should be done, and all that. So it'll be uh, disrespectful of us or of us to say that such a I mean illustrious side like CSK, they are at their weakest at the moment. So instead of saying that, we all know that. Do we need? Do you need my confirmation, sir, Mr. Vlogs? So I think I leave it there. Yeah, they are in bad shape, no doubt.
Definitely, they are in very bad
Naman,
shape. Yes, sir.
Naman, after has put it very, very mildly. I will not be. I mean, I will go no holds barred, and I will say this is the worst CSK side ever. This is the, and not only the worst CSK side ever, the most modeled CSK side ever. Number one, Nathan Ellis. That question came. Nathan Ellis was not utilized, and they, I mean, inexplicably underutilized Jamie Overton. At Jamie Overton, he- apart from his bowling, he is a strong arm cricketer to hit the ball, to force the pace, and he is a very good fielder also. And you barely used him, so completely muddled thinking. Not only the worst CSK side ever, the most muddled CSK side ever in terms of thought process.
Okay, so no holds barred from Shamik sir. But Devyan Banerjee says it's a mystery why selectors have turned away from Chahal. He is the best leg spinner in India at the moment by a country mile. Punjab jumps to second spot, 1 point from spoiled game versus KKR helping. Shamik sir, you wanna take this as well? Wanna comment on this? You
Uzi
was
Chahal. No,
yes.
you don't judge you don't judge a player in international cricket based on his IPL exploits to start with, because international cricket is a level or two higher. Number one. And as far as Uzi Chahal is concerned, he is a mark with the bat. He cannot bat, and he's not the best. He is never the best fielder out there in the park. So, if you look at the current Indian team in T20 cricket or in white ball cricket, Gautam Gambhir prefers cricketers who are multi-skilled. You can carry one Varun Chakravarti, you can carry, because he brings in that X factor, he brings in that mystery. You can carry one Varun Chakravarti, but it would be high risk if you have uh, too many one-dimensional cricketers in the squad or playing 11. So this is precisely the reason why they are not looking at Yuzi Chahal as far as international white ball cricket is concerned.
No holds barred continues. But going to the next comment, musical being one says these apparent close finishes seem forced, reeks of spot fixing. Come on, man. Sometimes believe in the game. It is not always like that. I heard that being said about Web of Suryavanshi as well. All of this, I mean, this can be discussed later if it is proved. There's no point of going on and on about these things. Sanjeet says Yuzvendra Chahal must be recalled in Indian T20 side. See, Shamik sir has already stated out
See
what
how
he felt.
Chakravarti, Varun Chakravarti has been bowling so well against Bangladesh, against South Africa. He's a mystery spinner now, so I don't think Chahal has much of a chance there.
So you have the comments from both the experts. Atriyo sir, you also
Yeah,
want to?
and I also want to add one point, just one more point as I noted. See, in
Yeah,
his
yeah,
last
continue.
32 T20 eyes, last 32 T20 eyes for India, that is, Chahal has got 34 wickets. That's one wicket per match. I will tell what is the reason. Just because he doesn't bowl the googly anymore, so the left-handers know what to do against him. Yes, he might get a lot of right-handers out, but I think he has a problem against left-handers unless he gets the ball to drift beautifully like he did against Rinku Singh. That was a special ball, I agree, but you don't bowl that kind of a again and again, right? Just to really come out right. So I think he needs the googly bat.
You are still with that googly, but going on
That
to
is
the
one of the
next.
reasons you can see how the left-handers play. You can see that they know what is coming out of his hand.
True, true. Mina Sube says, actually today as a true CSK fan, I'm satisfied at least with the loss because they showed intent, played some good cricket, and few positive. Yes, they did show intent. They were good with the bat in the initial, I mean, in the middle overs. But when they started to go in the fag ends, their innings fizzled out, and they weren't able to put a massive score that they looked like putting on at one point in time. But yeah, definitely they did put up a fight. Going in, Devan Majumdar says very happy for Sam Curran. Hope Rob Key calls him soon for Ashes 25. I'm not sure if he calls him or not, but Atil sir, Sam Curran was fantastic today for CSK. Got a few opportunities, finally got promoted up, and today he showed the way he is usual. Your thoughts on Sam Curran?
Not much really, because I mean, yeah, from the individual point of view of Sam Curran, it was a very satisfying innings, and it made the match exciting, made the match competitive. So it had some value. But from the team's point of view, it's not a solution. It's not going to take them anywhere. So yes, on the day it was a very valuable contribution, but in the it has I don't think it has a bigger context. And as far as Ashish is concerned, I mean, okay, those things are far away. I mean, let's not. I mean, say that
Exactly.
an IPL
Also,
performance will lead to his Ashes inclusion. Let's not look
And,
that far ahead.
and also that is my serious headache. Why should we get into that?
I will just add a point to it about Ashes. Brendan McCullum basically is looking at fast bowlers. He's looking at bowlers who can bowl at 145 kilometers per hour. So I think they will take Joe Stong, they will take Mark Wood, this kind of bowler, Jofra Archer, Bryden Cars, if these guys are fit, and obviously Ben Stokes is an all-rounder. So I don't think he's looking at this 125 kilometer per hour bowlers for the Ashes. All these bowlers, even Oli Stone, Gus Atkinson, Jamie Orton, all these guys, if they get injured, if they have no other choice, then they might have to. Then the Brendan McCullum might pick his words, Sam Curran, because I don't think he wants such bowlers for Ashes, rightly or wrong.
So there you have it, folks. It's past midnight and it's getting very late. We'll bid adieu now because everyone needs to sleep, get rest, because we will be coming back to you tomorrow with another important game. Mumbai takes on Rajasthan Royals in Jaipur. It's going to be another good game, and Mumbai might even finally put the final nail in coffin and seal their playoff spot. So there you have it. It's CSK out. Mumbai, another five-time champion, might be just sealing their playoff for a sixth title. Until then, goodbye, see you. But do not forget to like, share, and subscribe Rev Sports, because we are going to give you all this spectacular news, content, and everything. So keep watching us. Until then, good night, Shabba Khair, bye bye.